Hello, everyone. My name is Zulfiqar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot. But before we start talking about the income pick, I want to let you know that anything you hear in this video is for information and educational purposes only. Investing comes with a lot of risk. To read more about it, please see the description below. And if you want to read more about what John writes on a regular basis, you could head directly to incomeinvestors.com. While you're browsing through the website, you could also sign up for some free reports that we offer to our readers, and they get delivered to your inbox. The US economy continues to show strong growth despite a sharp rise in interest rates. For more than a year and a half, Federal Reserve has been trying to get a handle of decades high inflation. Instead, Americans continue to dig deeper into their pockets and spend. High inflation and growth could result in more rate hikes. Even when the current rate hike cycle is over, the Fed says it expects the rate to stay higher for longer. That's bad news for consumers and cash-strapped businesses, but it's great news for business development companies, or BDCs for short, like OFS Capital Corporation, traded on NASDAQ under symbol OFS. John, what can you tell us about OFS Capital Corporation?
Yeah, thanks, Mo. OFS Capital Corporation is an externally managed business development company, specializes in direct and fund investments as well as add-on acquisitions. The companies provide shareholders with both current income and capital appreciation, primarily through debt investments and, to a lesser extent, equity investments. Now, OFS Capital Corporation invests primarily in privately held middle market companies in the U.S., targeting investments in companies with annual EBITDA in the range of between $5 million and $50 million. It does not invest in operational turnarounds or startup businesses. Its growing portfolio is diversified across 15 sectors and 44 distinct loan obligations, and it has no material exposure to cyclical sectors. With $4.3 billion of assets under management, manufacturing accounts for the biggest part of its portfolio at around 27%. Now that's followed by healthcare and social assistance, wholesale trade, professional, scientific, and technical services, etc. It provides its clients with senior secured loans, which includes first lien, second lien, unit tranche loans, as well as subordinated loans, and to a lesser extent, warrants and other minority equity securities. Now, as of June 30th, 2023, based on fair value, 95% of its loan portfolio consisted of floating rate loans, which is great in a high interest rate environment, and approximately 99% of its loans portfolio consisted of senior secured loans. Now, the company's experienced management team believes in what it does, with 22.5% insider ownership. Now, that's like significantly higher than the BDC sector median of just 2%.
I was reading on incomeinvestors.com that OFS reported its third consecutive quarter of net investment income growth.
Yes, you are correct. For the second quarter ended June 30th, OFS Capital reported net investment income of 38 cents per share. Now that's up from 37 cents per share in the second quarter of 2022. Year-to-date net investment income was up 8.6% at 75 cents, and that's from 69 cents in the first half of 2022. More broadly, total investment income inched up to $14.5 million from $14.3 million in the prior quarter.
And I also read that it increased its quarterly payout to 34 cents per share.
Yes, again, thanks to its strong cash flow, OFS Capital has been able to reward buy and hold investors with reliably growing quarterly dividend 10 times, I think, since 2020. On June 30th of 2023, it paid a quarterly distribution of 33 cents per common share. And on August 1st, 2023, the company's board declared a distribution of 34 cents per common share for the third quarter of 2023. Now, that represents a 3% increase quarter over quarter and 17% increase actually over the 29 cents paid out in the third quarter of 2022. Now, perhaps not surprisingly, OFS Capital's dividend took a hit during the 2020 health crisis. For all lending out money during one of the toughest economic climates 100 years will do that to you. That said, its quarterly payout is now back to where it was before the 2020 stock market crash.
OFS stock just hit a record high.
Yeah, OFS Capital Corp's quarterly dividend has recovered from 2020. OFS stock has too. On September 20th, OFS Capital stock hit a new intraday high, record high of $12.10 per share. Now, OFS stock has pulled back a little from those levels on well-deserved profit taking, but it's still trumping the broader markets, up roughly 10% year to date and 26% year over year. Now, for comparison's sake, the S&P 500 is actually up 8% year over year and year to date. The outlook for OFS Capital remains solid, thanks to rising or higher for longer interest rates and a growing portfolio.
John, thank you so much for your analysis. Simply put, OFS Capital Corporation is a great BDC with diversified portfolio of high-quality, recession-resistant businesses made up almost entirely of senior secured loans. This helps it provide shareholders with significant capital gains and a reliable ultra-high yield dividend. At a time when Americans are worried about higher interest rates, growing personal debt, and a recession, it's tough to beat BDC like OFS Capital Corp. That's it for today. We'll be back with another video soon, so stay tuned. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.